Moving more specific into the customer experience. Ultimately, everything is boils down to what kind of experience that you give to the customer. That they work on multiple channels, they reach out. I think what's really important is that we need to have a more personalized customer. So I now ask Tina about how what is the interplay of this, communication connectivity. Kind of personalization happens. How to change this?
Yes. Thank you. That's one of my key questions and my key areas being the customer impact of collaboration, of communication, and connectivity and AI. Customers for me is not just your external customers, right? It's also your internal employees, your customers. I'm going to give you some examples or use cases about how connectivity and communication and AI can actually create a collaborative workforce which can actually get a collaborative experience or a much seamless experience for customers. So I'm going to pick up, and while there are a lot of technologies, and while Salim said, telcos are really now actually telcos and not really only telcos. So let me pick up an example from the connectivity space, saying cloud, and the collaboration space, the unified communication as a service, and real-time messaging, and from AI. AI is vast, right? Let me try to bring you these three aspects and tell you about how we can change internal experience and external experience. So you work in a hybrid world and you work in a digital world, right? Physical and digital combined. So take an example. One of the most biggest things that we have to do is make presentations, right? And in this hybrid and digital world, yes, and I'm going to put the example with me in place, right? I'm traveling and I end up leaving my meeting notes of presentation at home. But I'm not really worried because when I reach office, I can actually download those digital notes or the meeting notes that I have from the cloud. It doesn't matter whether it's left at home or a different office. I have the cloud and still be seamless connectivity on my meeting notes. I use my digital assistant to actually book a meeting room because there are thousands of meeting rooms and I know which one is available. And once I go into the meeting room, I have to connect to, let's say, Vodafone France. The tools are there, and maybe Vodafone France server does not allow huge presentation. So I use an instant messaging tool to transfer my presentation onto their forum. And when I'm presenting, I can actually have prompt notes that come to me or speaker notes that come to prompt and give it to them. Meanwhile, for Vodafone France over there, they can actually have a translator, the AI tool actually translates the news in French and they can really understand it and come speaking in English or Hindi or even in Mumbai and Marathi. So I don't really have to worry about languages with the diversity in India upon it there. Not just there, if there, the presentation always has a time limit like this forum. And I can actually say that build a digital twin and even all the matter that was there in the presentation, use it for answering questions even after this forum. So those are various things that can enable an internal person's life or an internal employee's life. Now coming on to your external customer, okay, then multiple again there. We have today the most biggest thing is chatbots, right? You have a chatbot on a social media platform, you have a chatbot on your app, you have a chatbot on the website. How can I use the information across all these bots to create a personalized experience for my customer? There's data around there, right? So the next time that he logs in, I have that entire information available and I can use it to personalize or recommend something for the customer that really meets his requirement. It's a recommendation engine. I can use the insights that come from all the customer interactions to actually contextualize the message and send them a marketing mail. In one of the earlier sessions, by Prabhu, he mentioned that the AI cases are generally in customer service and in marketing. But this is how seamless it can get. You have bots, you have connections. Not just that, when I, in telcos or telcos, the infrastructure that provides it is a very key element in service, right? The infrastructure can be used by AI, all the connected elements that are there, then actually predict the mean time before failure. And when you do that, you know that this is a customer downtime that might happen because of the various elements that are used in connecting. And you can actually take proactive maintenance for it. So this is how I build a predictive maintenance. So I'm going away from reactive customer care. I'm going away from proactive customer care. And I'm moving to the third element, which is the predictive customer care. How can I recommend? How can I? And this requires integration between all these elements, whether it is communication devices, whether it is connected devices or AI. So it's not just one or the other, it's a combination of all three across there. And that is the business proposition that is there for customers across. The possibilities are really great. And it's just on how much we leverage and how we leverage it to deliver what we want as an experience to customers. And that's where I would leave it at this point.
Thanks, Sheena. Thanks for sharing. For that, your views around how we at the internal as well as external customers, with technology and other things. That's great views on